Okay, y'all. I hope these are fit, because this is max on my Instapot, and it was supposed to be 2 pounds for your Instapot. Now I've done soaked these and washed them twice, and you can still see that water. So make sure you do them at least twice. And then we're going to get them over there to the fill line, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, first off, I don't think this is going to hold 2 pounds. I think my Instapot is probably going to be smaller. But we're going to mix up the stuff and see. And I'm going to do them so I can do them fast. I may put the rest of them in my crock pot and just do them the long way. We will see what we get in here. But here's what we're going to start with. 1/3 cup of some kind of Creole seasoning. Whatever you prefer. Now we're going to do 2 cups of pickle juice. And I could tell you could do a 7-ounce jar of olives in these, but I think I'm not going to do the olives because the boys don't like olives, and that would soak into your peanut. Now I'm going to chop up 3 pickles. We slice up 3. To go in mine. Then I'm going to do 6 cups or so of chicken broth too. I'm just going to use some Better Than Bouillon. This is roasted chicken. Try to get the water hot so it'll melt it. This is 4 cups. Got a couple more to that. Now you could also be putting jalapenos on this, and I'm leaving those out because I don't want them super spicy tonight. They already got the Creole seasoning, but I am going to add some of these peppercorns just because I can. I can get some of those out of there. We could even put some of that juice. Just put some of the flavor. And since I'm not doing olives, and since I'm not doing jalapenos, I'm adding another tablespoon or so of the Creole seasoning. We'll just give that little extra kick that way. Now then, let's get us some of our sliced pickles in the bottom. Let's get us some peanuts on here. See how many we're going to be able to hold. This is 2 pounds in the bowl, which is what my recipe called for. That was made for a Instapot, but now these things are all different, and we're a wee bit over that max, but we're okay, I think. We'll throw these in here. Trying to make sure all that's in there and pushed down. Get our lid on and we'll get it locked. Okay, y'all, I did that wrong, so I had to strain them. You got to add the peanuts first to the crock pot. I don't know what I was thinking. We'll see if that makes a big difference. Instead of your liquid. Hopefully I can keep them in there. There we go. So just mix up your stuff somewhere else because you don't want to stir them. You want those to stay on the bottom and not float up. Which they're going to do anyway, but There we go. It's already cram jammed full, but I think I'm going to try to stick a hole or two down in here. A couple of them. We were supposed to not stir and put that all in, you know, like first, the peanuts and stuff. That way they don't float to the top. And well, I kind of done mess that up. So I'm going to put me a couple of pickles right on the top. Try to keep them submerged. Now let's get our lid up here. Got that on the toe, y'all. Lock it. We're plugged up. And then we're going to go on high pressure for 120 minutes. Well, we are not coming on for some reason. There we go. I'm just having all kind of problems today, y'all. Off. Cancel. Finally. We want to do it 120. And then just let them sit for as long as you... Oops. 120, Melissa. As long as you can. We'll be back. Now, the ones I watched that use like a crock pot, per se, or on even top of the stove, I guess, they would do 2 hours on high in the crock pot, and then they would turn it down on low and let it just go for 6 to 8 hours or overnight. We're going to let this go for 2. I really messed it up because I keep thinking that's messing up, and it's not. It's just this camera. It makes the thing blink. But anyway, because you're supposed to just put the stuff in that I put in and not stir it. That way your peanuts don't float. That way they stay submerged. So I'll just leave mine in there a little bit longer and hope that won't matter. But just don't do what I do. And you can use the crock pot. Just want to let you know that. We got the ingredients right, and you got the gist of it. I just did the liquid a little backwards. I was supposed to put the peanut in first. So we'll know next time. That's how you learn. It's learn. I've been in this kitchen all day, it feels like. We made pizza. We're working on the peanuts, which really ain't that much. And you know what I'm fixing to do? There's a girl who has a place across town called the Front Porch Bakery. And she put out some homemade chocolate ice cream. I'm going to give me some of that. Instead of having to make it, I'm just going to get me some. I said, girl, her name is Mandy. And if you live around here, go see her. She's got all kind of good stuff out there. She had ice cream and all kind of desserts. And I think sometimes she may have, you know, regular like meals. I'm not sure. But just check her out. It's Front Porch Bakery. Watering my violets. I need to get me some African violet food. I've got some Miracle Grow. I imagine it would be the same thing. I did the rest of the plants. I hadn't done these. Sweet Tammy Lou gave me those. Y'all, our peanuts about done. Well, they are done. They've been sitting here for 40 minutes and I ain't opened them. I'm washing some dishes. I'm going to start some supper. We'll open these up in a minute and I'll get this video up. Okay, y'all. These have been in here. They've been off for almost an hour, so it's 51 minutes. I'm going to go ahead because I want to end this video and I can make me a hoagie sandwich for supper. And let this start bending. It's been sitting there a while, so it's not going to be as much pressure. And then we'll open it up and see what we got so far. Maybe they'll be ready. But it's going to let me go ahead and open it. Let's see if we've got peanuts that are ready to go and soft enough. Oh my. Oh, I gotta step in front of me, y'all. Let's see here. Get you a little bit closer. There's still plenty of peanut juice in there. Let me see if I can tell if they're ready or if they're going to end up going another hour. I think I'm going to let them go again. That's hot. It's too hot for me to tell. Let me pause it and I'll get some of the juice out because I want to taste that. And I'll know if it needs anything else. Way plenty salty. And that, way too salty. And very spicy. Let's see how the inside of the peanut is. Because I'm going to tell you, that's got some kick to it. That could still use another hour. The flavor is amazing. If I'm just taking it like this, super hot, like spicy hot. But the peanut that came out of there, not at all. So we're going to close it back up. We're going to go another hour or two maybe. We may even go two, but we're definitely going one more hour and seeing what we get. But that flavor with that pickle and that Cajun, if it does infuse in there, it's not happened yet. Let me dig one out from under. They tell you not to stir it, but let's just say. Just move that around a little bit. I'm going to open this one up now. That one's a little bit softer. So those underneath are closer to ready. The flavor's delicious, but we're going to go another hour or two. Alright, I guess I just got to take this out. Lay it down somewhere that maybe nobody will mess with it. Give my other one a minute. You look so good on love. You want me? Oh no. Something tells me I just messed that up. Y'all heard me being goofy. Sorry. Okay, y'all, I don't know what happened, but we had to turn it back off. Because I seen it smoking, so I'm going to check the seal. I'm going to put this on the charger. Lord, this place is a mess. I've been in this kitchen all day. I just did a video of a hoagie sandwich. There's what's in it. That's Tillman's. Then me and Joseph, well, I guess I could have showed you one on the plate. But anyway, we're going to wrap up this peanut video in a little bit, and I'll put it up probably on 4th of July for y'all. See you soon. What feels like several hours later. It's 8 o'clock. It's been another hour and a half. So, I probably should have let it set an hour again, but we're going to see where they're at this stage. And get their soft enough. And then you could, you know, let them soak like that overnight. If you want to get them soft, like you get them off the side of the road, that's what you're going to have to do. Alright, I'm going to pause it so we don't run a video up. And I will say, before I started it again, that second time, that's why I had to stop it. It needed a little bit more water, and I didn't add any more spices. It's pretty strong enough. I just added a little bit more water to the level, and then let it go for another 100, it's actually 100 minutes. So we'll see where we are and see if we're through yet. I will say now I smell like, it smells like a boiled peanut. Okay, it's finally gonna let me in here. Still gotta be careful with this. I always back up. You gotta smoke it. Smoking. We're gonna use it. Let's get y'all up there a little bit better. Now I'm gonna stand back here. Stuff tends to wanna. Actually, I'm just gonna get a couple out. Something tells me I'm gonna leave them a little bit longer. But you can see the pickles have cooked to death. And these shells are still not soft like I would like for them to get. But let's see what our peanuts are like on the inside of it now. I'm gonna toss that around. I sliced some of the pickles. Well, y'all know that when you see this video. It's been so many hours I forgot what we're doing here. Alright. Well, they smell good. It's Cajun seasonings. These are hot. Let's see. Dill pickle juice. Now we're getting there. I will say that. Hot. Oh yeah. Now we're getting there. Oh yeah. That's good. Oh, that's delicious. I think I'm gonna let them go 30 more minutes. I might not actually, because that's super close. What we might do is just kind of flip them a little bit. Get some of them off the bottom. Over to the top. And I might give them another 30 minutes, no joke. Just to get them a little bit softer. I mean, they're not going to be super duper soft. And the peanut is what is the most important on the inside. And those are so close, but not quite there yet. So, I don't need a lot. Really, that's at the feel level, but we're gonna add that little bit. We're gonna lock that back up. I'm gonna push that back over there to vent. We're gonna hit pressure cook, and we're gonna go down. Our pickles are all good. Will be gone, I bet, but that's all right. They'll be infused to that, and I'm gonna tell you that flavor is amazing. These are gonna be so good, but it's gonna end up being about 4 hours and 45 minutes. So I would say leave them for an hour even after they cook, and just let them soak. You know. So you're still gonna spend about 5 hours total. You really are, depending on the peanut, how fresh they are, how old they are, you know, that kind of stuff. And it is not season right now to go buy peanuts. So that's the fall. So I don't know how that would, but these have taken a while. I think it's going to be 4.5 total under pressure. And then I'll leave them soaking another hour. And then we're going to have some amazing boiled peanuts. They're really good. Here's that chocolate ice cream that I got at that Front Porch Bakery. JoJo went over and got it for me. He also got, I have Nutter Butters that dipped in chocolate. Told me they had a couple of those. It's good. And there's an oat milk cream pie in there, but I think Joseph got that for himself. I might have to taste that. The ice cream's good. Yummy. 11 minutes. This is officially going to be the longest video. Not longest in length, But longest in the time it took to make it, these things have been boiling for 5 hours. I'm going to let them sit for another hour. They're just sitting. I got to tell y'all I love y'all because I've been charged this phone a few times. It's been more like almost 5 hours, no joke. And they've been sitting here for about 20 minutes after, after the pressure was over with. So I'm down to 30% on the battery again. We are going to give them, I'm going to let them sit here maybe another 30 minutes because they still got a lot of pressure in them. And I'm going to wait until they don't have any in them. And they won't after a little bit. And then we'll open them up and we'll be done with this. It is 10 o'clock. So I have let them sit for a bit. The steam was gone. Now I think we're going to have some boiled peanuts. Let's take it, y'all. Let me turn that other light on. I've got it off. So late. God. See if that helps a little bit. And then, now they smell like boiled peanuts. Now we're getting somewhere. So even with Instapot, these particular peanuts that I had bought took a good almost 5 hours. And they're still not totally just falling apart, like, But my pickles are. Look at that. But oh my goodness, that smells so good. And I'm going to close it back up, probably. And leave them. Or just turn them on like, I don't know, let's see. Let's get us one. That's going to be so hot. Oh, let me cool me one off. So I would say, personally, if it were me, and I was going to do them again, my pickles are disintegrated. They just cooked totally away. Because I cooked them for 4 hours. Oh my gosh, that's such a good flavor. Let me try to open one of these. But I think I would put my pickles in, if you're going to pressure cook them like this for 4 or 5 hours, don't put them in until that last hour, but I didn't know that going in. And these are plenty spicy enough. Oh my gosh. That's really good. And they're super spicy, so I can't imagine what they would, what it would be like with those jalapenos. Because you can put some jalapenos in them. You can also add a 7-ounce jar of olives. That's good. I'm glad I cooked them a little bit longer. And like I said, that's going to, you start with 120 minutes. Because that's going to depend on your peanuts. It really is. But those are so good. Yum, yum. Only thing I would do different is add my pickles a little bit later in the process. Oh, that's not too hot. And start them earlier in the day. But now, that's good. And it's got some kick to it. Yum. Y'all have a great 4th of July. Boil you some peanuts. They're delicious. Bye. Okay, y'all, I'm going to have to add this to the end. After I turned those off last night from the Instapot, I still didn't think they were soft enough. The inside of the peanut was soft enough, but the outside of this peanut wasn't. Now, they are amazing. You'll have to add a little bit more water. I didn't add any more seasoning. I just added a little bit more water. Only enough to cover, the top of them. And I left them on low overnight. And now we finally got some good boiled peanuts. Now, depending on what kind of peanuts you get and where you get it from, the time of year you get it from, hopefully you won't have to boil them for 10 to 12 hours, which is what mine required. So all of my pickle is disintegrated. Cause y'all see how many pickles I put in them. But it's in the peanuts, the flavor, and they are amazing. So I'll get these two put together and I'll put it up. Y'all have a great 4th of July. And when you see that boiled peanut man on the side of the road, don't gripe about what you pay him, because I'm going to tell you, this is a lot of hours of work. And his work is so worth it. See y'all later. Bye-bye.